So writing a pitch is one thing. It takes some really good ideas and some time. But what about delivering that pitch? What are we supposed to do up there? I'm Micah Larsen, persuasion scientist and creator of The Perfect Pitch, the ultimate template for creating a pitch for investors in under 2 hours. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to deliver a pitch to investors. Before I became a persuasion scientist and taught people how to use easy persuasion skills, I used to work as a speechwriter and director of communication in the Texas House of Representatives. That's where I learned some of the best ways to create pitches and deliver them so that people will listen. We're going to start with 3 easy things called verbal behaviors. Verbal behaviors have to do with the way you say your pitch or deliver it. First, there is rate. Rate refers to how quickly we speak. If you've ever listened to someone get up and give a pitch or a presentation and noticed that he or she seemed to rush through the entire thing, you probably didn't find it very meaningful or enjoyable. The same is probably true if you listen to someone who gave a pitch very slowly. When we speak too quickly or too slowly, we sound rushed, nervous, or boring. The ideal rate of a pitch is about 100 to 110 words per minute. Now, there's no way you're going to want to count out how many words you say per minute, so just know that the average conversational rate is about 125 words per minute. When you're pitching, you want to go a little bit slower than normal so everyone can hear you speak confidently. When your adrenaline picks up and you're a little bit nervous before you pitch, that will naturally speed you up. So practice your pitch a little bit slower than you would normally. Second, let's talk about pauses. Pauses are seriously one of the most underrated parts of a pitch. When I judge pitch competitions or I coach people, this is one of the most common comments I make. Take the opportunity to pause. In fact, I think pauses are as important as any of the words we can use in a pitch. Pauses tell your audience when you stopped one point and when you begin another. It helps them keep everything organized in their minds and remember it better. Pauses let your audience breathe for a second, and they can highlight the most important points you make in your pitch. Use pauses between the main points in your pitch and use a very deliberate pause when you make your most important point or offer. That pause or negative space will signal your audience to know that you just made your most important point. Third, let's talk about volume. Kind of like with rate, speaking too loudly or too softly can really ruin a pitch. When we hear confident people speak, we usually note that they speak loudly enough so everyone can hear them, but not so loudly that they're distracting or annoying. Think about the space in which you will give your pitch. Make sure that the person sitting or standing furthest from you will be able to hear you easily, and vary your volume. This is a great way to give your pitch style. When you make your most important points, get a little bit louder. It's like a crescendo in a piece of music. When you get a little bit more intense, your audience or investors will sit up a little straighter in their seats and listen a little bit better. So to summarize, we quickly talked about rate, pauses, and volume. These are all ways to make your pitch a little bit more stylish and successful. But there are many more important things you should do to make sure that your pitch gets your investors to say yes. You can watch more of my free videos here on my YouTube channel or check out my Perfect Pitch program, the ultimate template for creating a pitch for investors in under 2 hours.